Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking about OPI's new spring collection for 2026. This one is called OPIcons, super cute. And today we are talking about the Infinite Shine version. This is a different version of OPI's lacquer. Historically, they have put out the same shades that they have released in their lacquer collection as Infinite Shine lacquers. However, recently, probably in the last like 2 or 3 years, they have switched over to releasing totally different shades for Infinite Shine. So I'm excited to swatch these as well now. So first I'm going to run through and show you the colors that are in this collection, and then we'll get to swatching. So this first color I have for you is called Less is More. This one is a cream, and it's kind of a nice, just kind of midway purple. It's not too dark, it's not too light, it's not even too bright, it's a little bit muted. This is a nice, kind of springy purple. Next we have this one, What's Not to Lilac, and I like this one a little bit better. It's a little bit more pastel, but it also has a little bit more purple in it. It's not as muted as the other one. Then we have Passion-ista. I really like this one. This is a pretty nice pink. It is a little bit muted, just like the purple that we just looked at, which it can work in a spring collection, and I feel like that's kind of what they're going for with this one, just to make everything a little bit more muted, except for these next two pinks we have, and then a bright orange. So let's get into those. This one is called Good Nighty Aphrodite, and this one, as well as being a bold pink, has kind of a nice purple shimmer in it as well. So it's a very creative shade. And this one, probably one of my favorites. This one is called I'm Not Really an Influencer. And this is a really, really bold pink, and it does have sort of a golden shimmer in there as well. Now, I love the shade name, I'm Not Really an Influencer. It's a callback to OPI's polish, I'm Not Really a Waitress. And that's a red. The idea is like, I'm an actress instead. But now it's like, well, what are you besides an influencer? This one is called Lavender Bath. This I would say is also a muted purple, but like really, really light and pastel. So I think this one is going to look really pretty on the nail. Maybe not quite a lavender, because I see lavender as being a little bit bolder than this color looks like it's going to be. And this is just a standard cream. Okay, getting away from the pinks and purples. Next we have this one called Oh Baby. I also like this one. This one has a little story behind it also. There is an OPI collection where they have polishes called It's a Girl and It's a Boy, and obviously one is pink and one is blue, and this one is just called Oh Baby. It's a cute little callback to, maybe we don't have to be so worried about genders of babies. It's a nice green cream, and it is a little pastel as well. This one is showing as a nice teal cream in the bottle. It's called Big Apple Green, which is a callback to OPI's polish Big Apple Red, one of their most iconic polishes. I don't know that to me it really reads green though. It's kind of a pretty teal color. We'll put it on the nail and see what it looks like. This one is called See Me Now, and I think this might end up being my favorite polish of the collection. It's this nice, pretty light blue, maybe even like a sky blue, but super subtly there is the blue purple shimmer in it, and it is so subtle. I don't know if the camera is going to pick it up, but it looks so pretty. I can't wait to wear it. This is the other bold polish of the collection. This one is called Shock'em Orange. I don't remember. There might be a polish called Shock'em Pink. I can't remember. But that would be the callback if that was it. And this is like a super, super bold orange, and it has a pretty bold shimmer in it as well. It's really fun. These are the kind of polishes that I really enjoy. Next, we have this one called Kyoto Oyster. I believe this is a callback to a shade called Kyoto Pearl, and I think that one was a pretty plain white, and this is a white with a shimmer in it. It's like a purple. It looks super pretty, but I also kind of wonder and think it might be pretty sheer as well. Lastly, we have this shade. This is called Dulce De Latte. And I think it is going to be sort of like a skin color, your nails, but better, nude nail kind of a color. It just looks really peachy. It's a cream. Not too exciting here. Okay, so now that we have gone through all of the polishes, let's get swatching. Okay, we're gonna start out with this purple cream. Less is more. This is super pretty. And it has nice coverage. I think it's gonna take 2 coats, but it's not far away from being a 1 coater. Okay, this is the slightly brighter purple, what's not to lilac. This is really pretty. It's like a nice pastel actually on the nail. I can tell that's going to take more coats. But it's very pretty. Okay, we're gonna see how opaque we can get this in 2 coats. I'm hoping it gets close. Actually, that is pretty good with 2 coats. Not bad. Okay, and this one is Lavender Bath. Wow, which is almost coming off kind of pink. Like, this shade is really not making me think lavender. It's also kind of watery and a little hard to work with. This one for sure is going to need more than 2. But it does look a lot better with 2. Wow. Is that going to be a 2-coater? Okay, this one is Good Nighty Aphrodite. This is pretty. You can see that that shimmer is going to be so gorgeous. Wow, see how pretty that is? And the love with this polish. There, this one is perfect in 3 coats. What a gorgeous shade. And this is that bold pink. I'm not really an influencer. Wow, this is actually more opaque than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to get harder to get color from this. That's pretty. I think this one works in 2 coats as well. And finally, this one is called Passion-ista. Yeah, it's just kind of a nice muted pink. This one might need a 3rd, which I did not expect, but it might. I feel like this one just needs a tad bit more. Yeah, 3 coats is plenty and gorgeous. Here's Oh Baby. This is going to be such a pretty pastel green. I already love this color. Let's see if this can handle 2 coats. I feel like it's kind of up in the air. No, actually, that's fine in 2 coats. That's awesome. Here's Big Apple Green. I suppose it's a little greener on the nail than it is in the jar. So I could see how we could call this Big Apple Green. I still think it's a little bit more teal than green though. This one I don't think is going to be a 2-coater, but we will see. Oh yeah. That also looks nice in 2 coats actually. That's really good coverage. Okay, this is See Me Now. And this is super sheer on the first coat, but I am sure that after a few coats, that's going to be so pretty. This one is for sure going to need 3. This is a different kind of formula from their creams, and I feel like their more sheer shimmers almost always need 3 or more coats. Yes, that's perfect. I don't mind when a polish requires 3 coats as long as it doesn't need more, but this is beautiful in 3. And that shimmer is so subtle, I feel like the camera isn't picking it up, but it is really pretty in person. This one is Shock 'em Orange, and that is a bright, bold orange. It's almost a little redder on the nail than I thought it was going to be. It's like a very orangey red. That's super pretty. I love this color. Okay, this one is Kyoto Oyster. This is so pretty. This is like the perfect, very low-key wedding nails. It's gorgeous. This is such a pretty milky nail. I feel like that second coat is a little patchy. It's probably going to need 3 to really look nice. Okay, this one is Dulce De Latte. This is actually more opaque and more peach than I thought it was going to be. I really thought this was going to be like a very nude, your nails but better kind of color, but it's really peachy. So those are the swatches for all 12 of the colors in this new OPI collection. I have to say that I have a few favorites. So let's talk first about the creams that I really loved. I think my favorite creams of the collection were What's Not to Lilac, Oh Baby, and that nice teal Big Apple Green. Now, these were my favorites because they did not take a lot of coats to get good coverage. And they're also colors that you don't see too often, which is always my favorite thing to get in an OPI cream. Because I feel like there's so many dupe or close shades. It's really nice to get something kind of unique. And this one in particular, Oh Baby, I thought was quite unique. I haven't seen this one since How Does Your Zen Garden Grow, which was like back in the 20-teens sometime. And Big Apple Green, I haven't seen a color like this in a long time. I don't even know what the last one is, but it's so pretty. The shimmers, I have to say, I was just a little bit disappointed by. I wanted to love this one, See Me Now, and I do think I like this one the best. but it did take quite a few coats and it's still like a little bit patchy. And the shimmer is just so subtle. It's almost maybe too subtle. When you're in the sunlight, it's definitely there, but even in indoor lighting, it's so subtle that I'm not seeing it unless it's like up to my face, which isn't exactly what I'm going for in a polish. Like I want people to be able to see how pretty it is. Kyoto Oyster, I really loved the level of shine on this one, and I stand by my statement. I think this is a perfect wedding nail polish. It's so pretty. But it did take 4 coats to get it to a nice opacity, which is kind of a bummer. Like, if you're using it for a special occasion, okay, then 4 coats is worth it. But day-to-day wear, 4 coats is a lot. My 2 absolute favorites of the collection had to be Shakam Orange, which turned out to be a little bit more red than orange, in my opinion. It's definitely a red orange, but I would probably still call it red. But it's so shiny and so pretty. I love this one. And my other favorite was I'm Not Really an Influencer. And this one kind of fools you because when you're putting it on and it's drying, it looks almost a little matte, like it's not very exciting looking, but get that top coat on and this one is just as gorgeous. Super shiny, super bold pink, which I love a bold pink. The rest of these mattes in the collection were good. They had good coverage. There was nothing wrong with them. I just wasn't super excited by the colors on the color palette, but that's pretty par for the course for a mainstream brand putting out a 12-piece collection. They have to choose some neutrals and some repeat shades that are going to appeal to your average drugstore customer. So I try not to be too disappointed. And I forgot to mention this shimmer, Good Nighty Aphrodite. This one was definitely the winning shimmer of the collection. The coverage was pretty good. The shimmer was really pretty. It's not by any means a unique color. It doesn't have anything all that special about it, but it is a nice pretty polish if you're looking for low OPI prices. And that is the 2026 OPI Infinite Shine collection called OPIcons. I had a lot of fun with this one. I thought it was a really nice color palette in general. It was a little more colorful than some of the collections that we've gotten recently, so I was happy to see that. If you have any questions or comments about this collection, please do say something down in the comments below because I would love to talk polish with you. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day.